Hi, dear students. This is Bhausab Sonone, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Arts, Commerce and Science College, Jawar, District Palkar. Dear friends, in the previous part of the video, we have studied about the stereochemistry of carbon compounds containing two asymmetric carbon atoms. That two asymmetric carbon atoms may be similar or it may be different, and based upon the same, we have discussed about the concept of mesocompound, diastereoisomers. At the same time, dear friends, in the previous part we also discussed about the configuration, how to determine the configuration, and in order to assign the configuration, and we discussed about the relative configuration. And in the previous lecture, we talk about the types of relative configuration known as D configuration and the yellow configuration based upon the position of hydroxy group attached to the symmetric carbon atom of glyceraldehyde. Dear friends, in this part of the video, we are going to talk about the one of the important type of configuration known as absolute configuration. This absolute configuration is known as RS nomenclature system because with the help of this nomenclature system, we are able to predict the correct three-dimensional structure of the molecule or any given compound. This RS nomenclature system is divided into two types. The first type is called as R configuration and the second one is called as S configuration. When the priority order of different groups attached to the asymmetric carbon or the stereogenic carbon or the stereogenic center is decreasing in clockwise direction, if the priority order decreasing in clockwise direction, then the configuration is known as R configuration. For example, suppose here this is a symmetric carbon atom which is attached to the four different groups A, B, C, D, and we will assign their priorities based upon the particular rule that is called as CIP rule, that is sequence rule. A is having highest priority and that is B is having lowest priority. So this A, D and C and B. So this is the priority. So here priority order is decreasing in clockwise direction. That's why this carbon atom is having R configuration. Similarly, if the priority order of the different groups attached to the symmetric carbon or the symmetric center is decreasing in anti-clockwise direction, then the configuration is known as S configuration. Suppose here similarly, then the configuration is known as S configuration. You can see this B is having the highest priority and A is having the lowest priority. So here the priority order is decreasing in anti-clockwise direction. That's why the configuration of this carbon is S configuration. So question arises, if this priority is important, then how this priority is given? Then this priority is given based upon the rule called as or known as sequence rule, which is given by the three scientists Kahn, Ingold, Prelog, and that's why this rule is also known as CIP rule or this that is sequence rule of CIP. RS. So this is very important. What is this rule actually? That can be discussed here. That we will discuss here in this stereochemistry of chemistry paper 2. The first rule states that according to the CIP sequence rule, the four groups attached to the stereogenic center are assigned in a sequence in the decreasing order of atomic number. It's very important. So which atom is attached to the symmetric carbon atom? Definitely atomic number of that atom is considered, and definitely atom having the highest atomic number will have the first priority and the atom with the lowest atomic number will have the lowest priority. Hence the atom of these different atoms, for example here we will talk about this molecule here, carbon. This is the symmetric carbon because it is attached to the four different groups like bromine, fluorine, chlorine and the hydrogen. Here these are the four different groups, bromine, chlorine, fluorine, hydrogen. These are their respective atomic number 35, 79 and 1. So definitely out of this, bromine is having the highest atomic number and hydrogen is having the lowest atomic number. That's why bromine will be having the highest priority and hydrogen will be having the lowest priority. Rule number 2 states that if the two isotopes of the same element are attached to the stereogenic center, then priorities are assigned in the order of their decreasing mass number, because if these are the isotopes, definitely they will have the same atomic number. In that case, the priority is given based upon the highest mass number or the atomic weight. Then definitely here oxygen is attached to carbon, deuterium and hydrogen, both are having the same atomic number 1. So definitely hydrogen having the mass number 2 and the hydrogen having 1. That's why the highest, that is, priority is given to hydrogen, and in between hydrogen priority is given to deuterium, in between deuterium and hydrogen. Rule number 3 says that if the two or more atoms are attached to the stereogenic center, if are same, then the correct sequence is decided by comparing the sum of atomic number of the next set of atoms, that we call it as the secondary atom, attached to those atoms. So again here you can see this is also carbon here, and this is also carbon. So which carbon will having the highest priority? Depending on oxygen is having the atomic number of 8, so it will having the highest priority. Hydrogen having the atomic number 1, so it will having the lowest. But it will in between this CH3 and this CH2, which will have the highest priority. We see here this carbon is attached to 3 hydrogen, but this carbon is attached to 2 hydrogen and 1 carbon, but then this carbon is having the atomic number 6, so this carbon will get the highest priority. So this is first, second, third, and this is the fourth. So this is the way by which we are able to assign the priority of different groups or priority to different groups attached to the symmetric carbon or the stereogenic center. So here this is the example that will explain the rule number 3. Rule number 4 states that when a multiple bond is present between the atom, then both the atom is attached to the double bond or triple bond are considered. It means that whenever this carbon is attached to the symmetric carbon, it means that as this carbon is attached to the oxygen with the double bond, it means that this carbon is considered that it is attached to 2 oxygen. Here you can see this as well as this. If here similarly here there is a carbon oxygen double bond, it means that now this carbon is attached to OH, this oxygen and this oxygen. So this is the way by which we will be able to decide their priorities, and definitely atomic number of the secondary atom will be considered. Here for example we will discuss the one example. You have to assign the configuration to this asymmetric carbon atom, which is given here indicated by star, and definitely this asymmetric carbon atom is attached to 4 different groups. Which are these groups? The first one is the chlorine, second one is the OH, third one is the CHO, fourth one is the CH2H. Chlorine having the atomic number 17, oxygen is having the 8, this carbon is having the 6, this carbon is also having the 6. So first priority will be given to chlorine, second will be given to oxygen of OH, and the third priority should be compared in between CHO and CH2H. So both the carbons atoms are having the same atomic number. So in that case, we have to consider the secondary set of hydrogen. Now this carbon is attached to 1 hydrogen and 2 oxygen, because there is a carbon oxygen double bond in CHO. But this carbon is attached to 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. So definitely this CHO will get the highest priority as compared to CH2H. So this is the priority order. Here this is explained here, CHO, and in this carbon is attached to 2 oxygen, 1 hydrogen, but this carbon is attached to only 1 oxygen and 2 hydrogen. That's why this CHO will get the more priority, more number. So this is the way conversion rule, definitely. And here in this case, if we look at the priority order, now this is the priority order, that is 1, 2, 3. So it is in anticlockwise direction. So here a conversion rule states that after assigning the sequence to the 4 groups attached to the symmetric carbon, the molecule is observed from the opposite side of the group having the least priority, and the remaining 3 groups will be pointed towards the observer. Then the sequence remaining 3 groups traced from higher priority to lower priority or the less priority, and if the priority order decreases in clockwise direction, then the enantiomer, then the stereoisomer is called as R isomer or R having the R configuration, and if the priority order decreases in clockwise, then it will be a S configuration. So this is very simple. Here, this is the one example. Definitely that can be here. Similarly, this is the example here. Chlorine will get the first priority, then CH2OH will get the second priority, CH3 will third, and this will be fourth. So molecule is observed from this side. So it will be away from the other, and you have to consider the decreasing order of remaining four or three groups: chlorine, CH2Cl, and CH. Now it is decreasing in anti-clockwise direction. That's why it is S configuration. It's very simple. Similarly here, molecule is observed from the opposite side of the lowest priority. Now this hydrogen having the lowest priority, so molecule will be observed from this side, and now chlorine is having the first priority, second, third. So it is decreasing in clockwise direction. That's why the configuration will be R configuration. So it's simple. Similarly, you can discuss more example, dear friends. See the decreasing order of these four different groups attached to the symmetric carbon atom, and based upon this, definitely we will be able to assign the configuration to any asymmetric carbon present in the molecule. Definitely, this type of the question can be asked to you. Determine the configuration. Actually, there is another method to determine the configuration based upon the same. That is, first of all, you have to give the order to four different groups based upon the sequence rule. Then you have to interchange between. That is, by keeping the second priority group constant at the same position, by changing the position, interchanging the position of remaining three groups: hydrogen, CH2OH, and OH, and then the priority should be decided. And if the decreasing order is clockwise direction, then it will have the R configuration. Similarly, you can discuss about the other example. Here we cannot discuss all the examples here. So this is very simple that can be discussed here about the RS nomenclature system, which is also called like absolute configuration. So this is one of the important. Next one is the another method that known as the E and Z nomenclature. Definitely, generally, this is applicable to the compounds containing unsaturation, means double bond, whether. So in this method, the groups attached to each of the double bonded carbon are arranged according to the decreasing order of atomic number, means the sequential. And if the highest priority groups are on the same side of the double bond, then the structure is designated as the Z form or the Z configuration. And if these are on the opposite side, then it will be called as the E form or designated as the E configuration. Here, if he has to compare the only the atomic number of two groups attached to the carbons of carbon-carbon double bond. Now here in between chlorine and the bromine, definitely bromine is having the highest priority, and chlorine because of highest atomic number, and the chlorine will have the second priority because of lower atomic number than the bromine. Similarly, in between hydrogen and CH3, this CH3 will get the first priority. Now here you can see these first priority groups are on the same side, so the configuration of the double bond will be Z configuration. Similarly here, this in between these two, definitely the first priority group here, bromine on this side and CH3 on this side, so these are on the opposite side of the double bond. That's why the configuration of this double bond will be E configuration. Similarly, another examples are there that we can discuss, that you can solve as a part of homework. So here this is very simple to assign the configuration as well as to assign the E and Z configuration to the compounds containing carbon-carbon double bond. So dear friends, in this way we have discussed about the configuration, particularly absolute configuration and the E and Z configuration. The important next part is called like the conformational isomerism or conformation isomerism. These conformational isomers are the stereoisomers which are formed due to the rotation of carbon-carbon single bond, known as conformational isomers. So stereoisomers which are formed due to the rotation of carbon-carbon single bond are known as conformational isomers, and the phenomenon is called as conformational isomerism. So due to the rotation of the carbon-carbon single bond, we are getting the different structures, we are getting the different stereoisomers. These are called as the conformational isomers, and the phenomenon is called as conformational isomerism. For example, we will discuss about the ethane molecule. Dear friends, in the ethane there are two carbon particularly. For one is the front carbon, one is another one is the back carbon. This can be explained, this can be represented in the Newman projection like this. So here the relative angle is 0 degree, that's why this is the eclipse conformation, and here if these are rotated by means of 60 degree, definitely the relative angle will become 60 degree. So this is the staggered conformation. So these are the two conformations of the ethane molecule as eclipse and the staggered conformation. So question will be like the define conformational isomerism and discuss the conformational isomerism in its molecule. So here this ethane molecule can be represented like this. Okay, suppose in this molecule we will consider one carbon as the front carbon, another carbon is the back carbon. Then the front carbon is indicated by means of the center of the circle and its bonds will be originating from the center itself, while the back carbon is indicated by means of pen circle itself and its bonds will be originating from the periphery of the circle. If the carbon-carbon single bond is rotated by means of a 60 degrees, so we will keep the front carbon constant, keep as a constant, remains as it is, and we are just going to rotate the back carbon. So definitely here by the rotation of 60 degree we will get this conformation. So one will be converted to second one. If again rotated by means of a 60 degree, the total rotation will become, that is this 60, then it becomes 120. Again after more rotation of 60 it becomes 180. So this way this structure will obtain, and again by the rotation of 3, that is more 60 degree, we are getting this structure, and finally due to the rotation of one more 60 degree we are getting this, and in this way we are getting structure number what? Structure number 1, structure number 2, structure number 3, structure number 4, 5, 6 and the 7. In this way we are getting the 7 stereoisomers. Definitely we are interested to define the relationship between them, as well as we are also interested to discuss the stability. Dear friends, if you look at the structure number, 1, then structure number 3, structure number 5 and the structure number 7, all are having the relative angle what? 0 degree. So all these are called as the eclipse conformation. And if we will consider the structure number 2, structure number 4 and structure number 6, these all are having the relative angle 60 degree. That's why these all are called as staggered conformation. Means due to the rotation of complete 360 degree around the carbon-carbon single bond of ethane, we are getting the two types of the conformation. One is called as eclipse conformation and another one is called as the staggered conformation. Definitely these are nothing but eclipse, and here it is staggered conformation. If we will see the variation of potential energy of ethane molecule with different angle of rotation, then we are getting this. Actually whenever we will talk about the eclipse conformation, then this eclipse conformation, there is a 3 pairs of eclipsed hydrogen interaction. One is this, second one is this, and third one is this, and the total energy of this each eclipse conformation means structure number 1, structure number 3, structure number 5 and the structure number 7, all will have the 3 number of eclipse hydrogen interaction, and the total energy of this conformation will be 3 kilocalorie per mole. But if we talk about any staggered conformation, the relative angle between the two substituent on adjacent carbon is 60 degree. So these substituents are far away from each other and they will not interact with each other, and the total energy of this staggered conformation will be 0 kilocalorie per mole. Therefore the structure number 2, 4 and 6 are staggered conformation. Their energy will be 0. In this way this can be shown here. So this is the structure number 1, eclipse conformation, 3 kilocalorie per mole. It is rotated by means of 60 degrees, so it gives the structure number 2 without eclipse interaction, staggered conformation. Without any interaction, total energy will be 0. Again 3, again 0, again 3, again 0, again 3. So this is 0 degree, 60 degree, 120 degree, 80 degree, 240 degree, then 300 degree and 360 degree. So this is the variation of potential energy of ethane molecule versus angle of rotation. So this is the energy profile diagram of the conformational isomerism of ethane molecules. So dear friends, in this way we try to discuss about the definitely absolute configuration, E and J nomenclature, as well as conformational isomerism of ethane molecule. Dear friends, in the next part of the video we will discuss about the conformational isomerism of some another molecules known as propane and the butane molecules. Thank you very much.